Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 679. You can't until you can. Or Stanley. He can sleep. That's one thing he can always do. Alright, you can't until you can. Write the story you always wanted to write. What's holding you back? I can't. That's the worst thing you can do to yourself because it doesn't give you any opportunity to grow. It doesn't give you any momentum to move forward on something that you want or think you want. It takes work. Everything worth having is worth working for. And it'll take work to get there. So what does that mean? That means you can't until you decide that you can. If you want to be rich, sure. There's an awful lot of steps between now and there. And you'll find in between that maybe being rich isn't what you want. You want to be able to do certain things. You want to have certain burdens lifted off your shoulders. All of that takes steps to get to someplace else. You can't until you can live the life you thought you were meant to live. What does that mean? You dig deep inside yourself. It's not envy. It's how should I live? What does that mean? I figured being mayor, being a governor, that's what I always wanted, but it wasn't. Because you see how politicians are, and I wanted to be the good guy, and you can't if you're a politician. So no, let's not be a politician. Let's move way out in Alaska, 4 time zones away from the cesspool that is Washington, D.C., and live our life the way we want to. And be away from the masses and be away from those things that suck our lives away. Let's not do that. So what do you want? Hey, I want a big house. I want that. Guess what? Big house takes a lot of cleaning. So maybe not as big of a house. You learn as you get older that a lot of things you thought you wanted were based on envy, were based on trying to impress other people. The only person you need to impress is your spouse. Well, maybe you first, but impress your spouse, and that's by doing the right thing. You don't need to talk up a big game. You don't need to do all this stuff. Just being you, the real you, is all you need. So you can't until you can be the real you, but you have to know what the real you looks like. So you can't until you can change your understanding of what's important to you. What I just went through. I should look ahead on my notes and see what I'm going to talk about. But it's all about being you. You have to dig deep and decide. You can't until you can achieve something that matters. What matters to you? Is it taking care of other people? Tell you what. That first statement of, hey, I want to be rich, if you're doing well financially, that can give you a lot of opportunity to help other people. Not just throw money at them, but throw money at causes that are important to you. Find out what's important to you, embrace it, do the other stuff that may not align with this until it does. Because, hey, I have deep pockets, I can donate to this cause because it's important to me, as opposed to go all in on that cause. And it's not lucrative enough where you're just paying with your time as opposed to doing a little bit of both. You can enjoy your life now. Decide what that means. Decide what enjoyment means. Well, I have to go on a trip every year to the South Pacific and spend a month on the beach. Well, maybe you can't do that. And why? What does that give you? Peace of mind. You can get peace of mind everywhere. Just go to the beach where you are. Go down your driveway. Sit out in your driveway and watch the stars. If you can. I can't right now because it's light 24/7 here in the middle of Alaska. So I'll wait till the fall. And then I will. Because the mosquitoes won't be out there either trying to eat me alive. But something as simple as that. Sitting in a lawn chair in the driveway. Watching the northern lights because it hasn't gotten really cold yet. And just being there and reveling and being alive. As you get older, that reveling and be alive part, that has a lot of impact on your psyche. Hey, I got up on the right side of the dirt today. That's a good day. And you can't until you can enjoy the twilight of your life. You're not going to be as spry. People say life is wasted on the youth because you don't realize what you can do and what you should be doing when you have enough energy and physical abilities to do it. Well, then you get old and all of a sudden, hey, I can't do this other stuff. Guess what? I'm not ever going to play professional football. I'm not ever going to play professional golf, and it's okay. Just know what I need and do that. Enjoy the twilight of my life. I can do that, and I think I'm doing the hell out of that. And hopefully I'm helping other people too which is helping me enjoy the twilight of my life. All right? You can't until you can. It's all in here. Decide what you want, decide what's important to you, and work toward it, even if working toward it means working over here, because, hey, to work over here, you need money, and that means working over here. Figure out what you need, figure out what you want, figure out what it takes to get there, and then do it. Peace, fellow humans.